Hello tribe, welcome back to the channel. Let's check in what's happening with you next week and a half, and I have tea leaf tarot to choose from today. Pile number 1 is on your left, 2 in the middle, 3 on your right. Choose using your intuition, and I will see you on timestamps. Hey pile number 1, let's see what is up with you guys next week and a half. Let's put these cards on the side. I also want to, before I look at your cards, pull a couple of cards from different decks, so bear with me here. I'm starting with the Triple Goddess Tarot. Animal Tarot, Black Mirror or Dark Mirror, if I remember correctly. This is not an English deck. You can find it easily online in case anyone will be interested. If you understand Lithuanian language, I can let you know. Let's tidy up now. Let's see. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the 8 of Cups, which I like seeing next to 10 of Wands, and the Fool card. Okay. All right. The Animal Tarot, the 9 of Spring, which is the 9 of Wands. The Ocean deck, the Gift of Neutrality. Balance is at work in your life. Yin and Yang are opposites in energy, but reside side by side to create the gift of neutrality. We have the Magician. I'm going to talk about this card a bit later on. We have Thyme as a herb. Dark Mirror, today for tomorrow. And Tea Leaf Tarot, we have the Diamond, you will be receiving or giving a precious gift. We have you will be playing a different role. And you have Turquoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Okay, let's look at your cards. Pile number 1. It feels like you are having a much lighter week. And when we talk about responsibilities or overall, if you felt heavy in your physical or energy body, it feels like you are letting go of that burden off of your shoulders. And for a lot of you, this is a really good week for starting fresh, taking a deep breath, going for a walk somewhere that you haven't been to for a while, or returning to the place that feels very homey to you, or just overall seeking for some sort of rejuvenation. This is a week for rejuvenation, especially if you've been dealing with something that was really kind of cluttering your mind, or if you felt like you can't resolve an issue. Next week, it feels like it's resolving, that issue is resolving on its own, very organically. Now, some of you are forgiving someone or focusing on forgiveness and letting go of your emotions. You're setting yourself free from that. You're much more tolerant to the self as well as the others, and you're much more patient with self. And this goes really well with this Time card over here on the side and the Gift of Neutrality that I showed you. You're coming back into balance. You're not rushing as much with your toys. It doesn't mean that you are not getting ahead, but you're getting ahead steadily instead of chaotically. 9 of Wands says you have worked hard and what you have created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry, you will get through them just as you have in the past. You'll be playing a different role with a Magician together. It feels like you are really capable of manifesting new things into your life. You may even feel it at one point next week. Specifically, I'm hearing Wednesday. 7 to 10 days from now, whenever is maybe 3rd, 23rd, depending when you're watching this reading, 13th, or Wednesday, 3rd day of the week, it feels like you're getting an energy boost and you are able to kind of attract especially new things with a full card here into your life, what you wanted to experience, what you wanted to attain in your life. Now, I really want to read about today for tomorrow card, so give me a second, I'll find the book. And I like how this deck leaves space for interpretation the way it's described. And it's the last card of a deck. And these cards connect to the stages of grief, and this stage is acceptance. Hope is in the present. It's the brick we use to build a future on. Visual seed. Mother and daughter, or maybe twins, or the same person in different times. Red hair, a black dress, standing at the top of some stairs under the moon in the wind. I wanted some, I want it later, gently. And again, gently. We see that the toys over here, you're taking it slow. Next week may feel overall gentler to you. It may seem like a trade-off to sacrifice the present in order to secure a better future. That's what ants do, or to sacrifice the future to enjoy a better present. Deciders do this. Either choice holds a bitter taste. It's like watching a child play. Shouldn't she study? And if she were studying, wouldn't she regret not playing more? You meet a person you are attracted to. Do you go past and let it stay in the fantasy? Or do you make a move and follow it through to the ephemeral ending? The endless choice between regret and remorse. What if, for once, we turn our back to the dark? We do the unexpected and we shred it. We do the unexpected and we shred it like a used dress. We can walk by the sea as no one is around, and we skinny dip out of our worries. The present and the future are one single integrated connection. There is no choice because the road is only one. What we are today and what we are tomorrow may be different, but it is the same person. What really stuck to me here is the skinny dipping. We can walk by the sea as no one is around, and we can skinny dip out of our worries. And starting this reading with the 10 of Wands is literally what this person is doing. She has let go of that burden. She has let go of those wands. She's like, I am taking a break. I'm taking a break. I'm walking away from this. I'm going to pick it up at some point, or maybe not, because I will find something else that sparks my interest much more, or something that doesn't burden me to the point where I feel exhausted. Does that make sense? Now, let me translate the light and dark aspects of the Time card over here. Now, the light aspect says, forgiveness, letting go of the emotions, setting yourself free, tolerance, patience. The dark side of it says, not knowing how to forgive, having a bitter taste in your mouth, feeling hatred, and now my throat is feeling funny when I'm about to say this. When someone is really connected emotionally to someone else or something else to the point where they don't feel free. So overly attached to something is the dark aspect of this card. But overall, the undertones for next week and a half is freedom. Freedom, release. I feel like I want to do breath work in this reading. I want to let go. I want to slightly change my evening routine. I want to play meditation music before I go to sleep instead of scrolling through maybe social media. I just want changes, it feels like. And next week is a really good time for that. We're going from 10 to 0. We're starting over. Anyone who was inviting intentionally, unintentionally, consciously, subconsciously, any changes in your life next week is a time to do so. To actively pursue that and run with it. What is happening spiritually? We have lifting the veil. And we also have water your garden. Yeah, so this is relaxation here, right? We're relaxing after a difficult time. Some of you may want to go to a spa, get a massage, go on a holiday, take some days off work and just be. Your body will require more care, and it feels like some of you are pushing yourself too much or will be pushing yourself too much, or you're overworked. Lifting the veil says to us that you are looking at your life as well as everything that is around you from a slightly different lens. Anything on the land must go. You question everything. So you may have these kind of existential questions, but I don't feel like they are sad ones. When you feel emotionally drained and you start, or you feel very like anxious or maybe even depressed, and you have these really deep, dark, sometimes existential questions. It doesn't feel like that here. It feels like I want to see what's on the other side if I live my life this way. I want to see what's waiting for me if I live that veil. I want to see how my life would turn out to be if I didn't believe these things about myself anymore. So it's a really good week for you guys to start over, start fresh. Would it be in your routine, with person, inviting new people, inviting even new challenges into your life. And it feels like you need to taste life. So focus on your manifestations. The magician is here. Focus your energy, direct it somewhere where you want it to go instead of scattering it all over the place, and be intentional. I hope this made sense. Thank you for listening and joining me here. If you need more content, find me on Patreon, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 2. Before we start, we're gonna pull a couple of cards from different decks. I have the box next to me, and let's go. Let's see what is going on with you next week and a half. The first deck that I'm using is the Supernatural. Then I'm using the Animal Tarot. Then I'm using the Ocean deck. The Black Mirror, the Dreams of Gaia, and the Magic of the Oracle. So let's tidy up. Let's put these cards nicely on the table. The Hierophant, the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords. We see a lot of action here. Okay. Is this me? It's interesting because I wanted to place this card here, and when I looked up, I looked at this Page of Swords. Is this me? And they both hold a sword. Is this part of me? Is this sword part of my journey? Is this me? When I look at the Knight of Swords, I grew from the page to the knight, where this knight knows very well how to use that sword. It's as if someone is looking at their talents and their abilities, or some sort of a gift or a skill set or a new skill set that they are learning about. Is this me? It's so weird. I never knew that I would take this on board, or I never knew that I will be learning about this one day. So it feels like you are reinventing yourself in some way, or at least this is a really good time to do so. That's something that you wanted. We have the Six of Summer. The love and care of children could become an important part of your life, or people from your childhood may return to it. Old memories can be healed, or possibly old childhood dreams are ready to be revived. We have the Chariot movement. And let's look at your tea leaf. We have flowers, happiness. We have spiritual love. And we have fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Oosh, this is a strong week for you guys when it comes to emotions. But overall, because next to the fire we have flowers and lily, this is a good indication that someone is experiencing a really, really passionate feelings towards either a person, but I would say most likely it's connected to your path that you're walking in life, or you're about to uncover in life. As if you guys, you really want to fight for what drives you with the Chariot card. You really want to give it your all when it comes to a skill or a gift that you have. You wanna master it more. Next week is a really good time for you all to study, learn, practice, explore. test. I'm seeing someone mixing colors and testing. Can I get the color that I saw, for example, in my dream or I saw in a shop? I want to replicate that color myself for some sort of project or whatever that is. So it's just like a metaphoric example here, but I'm seeing someone growing pretty much here throughout the week. You can learn quite a lot. If you're looking for a mentor, a therapist, an advisor, a teacher, the teacher will appear. But it feels like you are the one who first picks up that sword over here, and the teacher appears as you are already finding some sort of relationship with that sword and bonding with that sword. That sword is a representation of something in your life. You have Euphoria, honor yourself, and I really want to read about this card from the book for you. It feels like you're honoring yourself because you're doing something. Below it, we have Six of Cups here, doing something that was always part of you, or expanding on something that was always a part of you. Say from childhood, you were always interested in magic, and you want to honor that part of yourself. So maybe you're gonna take it more seriously or dive deeper to it, learning about that, practicing magic, or maybe working with tarot energy overall. You want to invest in it more. Okay, let's see. It's number 9. Remember, that's your next week's energy, but it could be already resonating right now. The white goddess with a feathered snake swan countenance represents the sacred fusion of air and earth. Divine inspiration bonded with earthly tangibility. And I feel like next week is all about inspiration for you. And you put inspiration and passion together with those earthly realms, and you have something beautiful. There is a sensual aspect to this card. It is now your duty to honor your physical self in the exalted way. Have you been abusing your body, poor eating, excess of toxic substances, and dragging yourself through workouts you don't enjoy is pushing, not celebrating yourself. Don't put anything in your body that is not worthy of your goddess status. Quality over quantity is key at this time. Awaken to your sacred self. Be selective about who you allow in physical proximity to you. In matters of sex and sensuality, do not share your sacred self with someone who is not worthy of you or who does not treat you in an honorable and respectful way. The woman of Euphoria holds her hands gently and seductively over her heart as she considers the blessed magnificence of her reality. She is quiet and reflective. This is a deep inner comprehension, not bound by society's laws and others' opinions. Inside, she is infinite, and her physical form is the gateway. If you want to look at the ritual, you can stop it right here and print screen that for yourself. Alright, I feel like you're in this warrior mode next week and a half. You're very committed to yourself. You're very committed to self. You're very committed to spiritual love. Love is mostly focused on self. That also then is being transmuted, is being, I'm seeing wind blowing. And through someone's energetic field, that wind passes, whoever has a lot of love for the self, and it goes on to another person who's close to them. And I can smell roses. As if you're able to also influence other people to act certain way without you even trying, because you're the one who's committed to self. So don't be surprised if people start, acting a bit differently. If you become very committed to learn a lot about your craft or what you're trying to achieve in life, and you truly invest your time and energy in your heart in it, because you have the flowers, the happiness, and the fire right here, you may receive a phone call from your friend or a family member saying, hey, I finally signed up for that course that I wanted to sign up for. And it feels like the energy is kind of being exchanged between people, but it more so comes from you. Now, I also want to say some of the past memories about something that was done to you that was unfair may come into your life next week and a half, almost like nostalgic energy. But it doesn't feel like you are You are diving too deep into it. You acknowledge that yes, it happened. Yes, I may have to sit with these emotions, talk to myself like a friend, but I'm not gonna dive deep into it because I feel like it's done and over for me. I don't have to be there anymore. Okay, anything else? Group number 2. The Star. Yeah, it feels like we're talking about your wishes and dreams here. You're about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, for fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. In which area of your life this is? Let me find the Steampunk Keeper deck. It's a tiny deck, so sometimes it takes me a minute to find it. Bear with me. Here it is. You'll hear good news from, if anyone is waiting for a phone call or an email or some sort of information, you will get good news. It's about your skill set, your abilities, your talents that make money for you in the future. So that's why you're very, very focused on what you want. Some of you will be receiving a gift from a person that you love, someone who's really close to you. Someone may be returning to you. You may meet someone who doesn't live in the same maybe place like you do, or if you've been separated for a couple of days, people are getting back together. And it's like a gift for someone. Now, before we go, I'm gonna read about Is This Me card for you. Let me pick up the book. And I really like this deck, in case anyone is wondering, because the description of these cards leave you wondering. It doesn't tell you exactly what's gonna be, or it doesn't talk about the past or the future as much. It kind of leaves you wondering, and you can answer a lot of questions yourself. I cannot recognize myself, but I am still me. A dark fantasy female warrior with pale skin is enshrouded by scanty spiked bikini armor. She holds a fangled bat-hilted sword against a background of fire and ruin. I cannot recognize myself as I can't remember the road that led me here. How can I see the road ahead? This card is not about an affirmation, but rather a question. Is this me? Can I recognize myself? Maybe yes, maybe no, but for sure I lost the road I had once. The last time I stopped to really think about it, in my heart, I feel maybe like the high school girl that went to the prom, but truly I am now 45 and I weighed thrice. I feel my true self as the kid that wanted to play soccer with the Real Madrid, all this while punching numbers on an Excel file out in an insurance office. It is not necessarily something negative as a dream lost or corrupted. I could see myself as love is the most important thing in my life. But actually, I have a very well-paid job that makes me travel, and I sleep alone in the hotel rooms. When did we last look at ourselves in the mirror? Do we like, I'm reading through the screen here because the way my camera is pointed and it's kind of difficult. Do we like what we are? Make no excuses, because the choices which made what we are our responsibility. If an old dream is dead, it's time to dream anew. If the old dream is alive, it's time to go back to it. And it sums up the whole reading really well, because we're starting with someone who's practicing, and we're ending over here with Six of Summer, something that we're going back to, something that's familiar to us, something that we always found interesting or we always wanted to try and do. Overall, it feels like this will be bringing in quite a lot of abundance in the long run, and you're also reviving passion in your life if you've been lacking this. So I hope this made sense. Thank you for being here, and if you need more content, find me on Patreon. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, let's see what is up with you all. Before I look at your tea leaf tarot, I'm gonna pull a couple of cards from different decks, so bear with me. First deck that I'm pulling from is the Game of Thrones tarot. And this is not an English deck, I'll have to translate it for you. This is the Animal Tarot. I truly don't remember the name of this deck because I took it from Joey before we moved out, and I don't think there was a box for it. This is the Magic of You Oracle, and I feel like that's it for now. If I'll need more cards, I will pull more. We have 9 of Cups, 2 of Spears, 5 of Coins reversed, and I want to keep it reversed. I'm gonna read it in reversal, but I'll show it to you upright. Okay. Magic of You Oracle, Panacea. There is a solution for every problem. The Animal Tarot, you have the Moon. It's important to trust your intuition even if you are unsure of what is happening. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. We'll talk about this card in a minute. You have oh my god, what is it called in English? Ginger, that's what you have. Then we have Initiate of Coins, and we have the 9 of Wands. And from Tea Leaf Tarot, we have Stork, news of birth or a new business opportunity. We have Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. And we have psychic ability, trust your intuition. Twice here, man. Okay. Damn, guys. Who has been kind of like trusting their mind, not their intuition, even though your intuition is most of the time correct? You need to take note here, definitely. Let me get comfortable. I feel like I need one more deck. Let me see which one I want. Steampunk Cooper deck. Okay, one card landed on my lap. Main Woman. Work occupation. And one more. And Young Woman. Okay, so females will be important and influential next week and a half. All right, let's see. I'm seeing that for a lot of you, you're focused on sorting out any financial issues that you may have or any issues that you have with your material world. It feels like you have 5 and 5 here, but I say it's 23, and we have the 5 of Coins. There's something changing about your material life here. Maybe it doesn't happen drastically, very fast, but slowly you're able to notice how you are being given. We have Initiate of Coins. Slowly, one step at a time, you're being given some sort of help, but this feels like help from your higher self, like spiritual guidance, or whoever you trust as your spirit guide here. It feels like there is a presence of a spirit in this reading to me. And every time you may be thinking about, hey, where am I going next with these wishes and dreams of mine? What is my next kind of tick? I'm seeing a book now, and I'm seeing someone kind of ticking off boxes what they have achieved. What is this next thing that I want? And some of you, maybe you've been kind of stagnating a little bit, or kind of coming back and forth, going back and forth between something that you want. Should I do this? Should I not? Should I try that? Should I try this? And your cards for the next week and a half are asking you to stop overthinking and please tune into your intuition and create intuitively, because that's the path that you want to go to, that you want to explore. Some of you may have financial issues because maybe you have been listening to other people way too much than you've been listening to yourself. And you may have thought that, hey, society tells me that I can earn a lot of money there, or I need to do this after that. And then you go, but well, I still don't see this abundance. I keep doing things by the book, but I don't see the abundance, or don't see this thing happening that I want to happen, even though I try. Doesn't have to be only necessarily connected to work, could be with a relationship, right? And you go, I can't see the results. And it's because some of you have been neglecting your intuition. Your intuition was telling you to follow your path or follow your opinion, but maybe you were kind of distracted by the external noise. If anyone has been thinking about a business, creating a business, or spending a bit more time on your business, next week is a time to do so. I'm also seeing someone who has a crush on you from this bouquet card. That person will show up next week and a half, either in your DMs, either they're gonna show you a really nice gesture and you're gonna be like, oh, this is sweet. Someone did something really sweet to me. But this doesn't feel like, if you're in a relationship, it doesn't feel like this is your partner. It feels like someone who is not as close to you, or someone who has like a fresh crush on you, or really would like to get to know you. This feels very new to me. Even if you have a partner, this could be someone who either way has eyes on you, right? And they go, oh my God, I really like you. And you go, thank you so much, right? Now, let's talk about the ginger. This deck has light and dark aspects in it. The light aspect says, inner strength, having a clear direction, giving your all to something that you want to happen, having a good sense of responsibility. Now, the dark aspect of it says victim mentality, not wanting to take any responsibility, feeling like giving up, and how should I translate this for you? Kind of blaming others for your issues, basically. And I feel like if you've been dealing with anyone like that, that person may be changing next week and a half, or something happens, or maybe if you are like that, something happens where someone's eyes are being opened for what they have been doing to bite themselves in the ass. So maybe a bit of self-sabotage regarding dreams and wishes, right? Some sort of behavior, dragging your feet, even though you know this is your wish and dream, you really want to achieve that, but you keep overthinking it, not doing anything at all, better looking at social media or talking to others how they did things, right? Something along those lines. Let's see what's up spiritually for you. You are not for everyone. You have good spiritual boundaries, so that's something that you're learning about. Embrace your weirdness. We talked about society, we talked about others' opinions here, right? Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. Your true north may not be someone else's true north. Someone else may not understand why you're going that way, and it's okay. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. Now is the time to speak loudly. Now is the time to show yourself. Now is the time to stand up in front of people and talk about things that you are experienced in or knowledgeable about. Now is the time to create. If you want to build a business or to give birth to a baby, right? Let's move towards that. Let's focus on that a little bit more. Let's invest in it more. Anything else? Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. If this is yours, you know exactly why this card showed up. Because some of you may be looking at details. How will this happen? How will that happen? I need to know everything from A to Z. But the universe goes, nah, you have to take a step first so that we can align these things for you. You gotta be the one who takes action first. And we'll be there. And I'm saying we because I'm sensing spirit here. Okay? Anything else? I'm seeing that you're building walls up. I'm clarifying the Nine of Wands here with prison and restriction. You're building walls up here. There's this underlying feeling of someone's self-sabotage when it comes to their own happiness here. I feel like some of you may want to look at, I don't really like this word, blockages. What am I doing in order for me to kind of put myself in maybe mental prison regarding my life? Or I keep punishing myself in my own head and I cannot push through to this happiness because I keep blocking it away. Or I keep doing something over and over again that doesn't make me feel this way. It could be also regarding a relationship. I'm feeling, what am I doing in order to sabotage a relationship? What is something that I haven't noticed just yet? Who do I keep choosing, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be about the other person as much, but who do I keep choosing? Okay? So I hope this made sense. If you need more content, find me on Patreon and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.